Hello, today's lesson is going to be about making 10. I'd like you to practice this so that you can become fluent, so you can tell me right away how many more you would need to make 10. I'll be using pages 18 and 19 in our math packets as a guide for our practice today. And I'd also like you to remember that if you'd like to practice with your own homemade 10 frame, just like I have here. Pennies are a great thing to use if you don't have two colored counters, but I'm going to be using two colored counters because they show up very nicely underneath the camera and you'll be able to see them better in our examples today. So our first example, let me get this set up, is going to be, how many do I have in here right now? Can anybody tell me how many counters I have right now? I have one empty space. Do you remember what that is? Probably shouting at the screen, 9, right? Did you do that? Yes, there are 9 counters in my 10 frame. How many more will I need to make 10? I will need 1. Yes, you're right. 9 and 1 make 10. Let's try another example. Our next example, how many are in our 10 frame? You're right. 1. Now tell me how many more we need to make 10 total. You're right. I think if you counted those extra spaces, you might have realized that you came up with the same number that we were working with in our first example. Let's see. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 makes 10. 1 and 9 makes 10, and 9 and 1 makes 10. Very nice. Okay, let's look at our next example. How many are in our 10 frame right now? If you're going 1, 2, 3, can I teach you a shortcut? The top row has 5. Count on. 6, 7, 8. We have 8 in our 10 frame right now. Can you see how many more we'll need to add to make 10? You're right. It is 2. Now, our next example, I think they're being kind of intentional on this in making it so we have to think about our turnaround facts. If 8 and 2 make 10 in our first example, now we have 2. How many more will we need to make 10? Did you say 8? You are paying attention. Absolutely. If we add 8 more counters to our 10 frame, it is full, and now we have 10. Now our next example, notice how I'm using yellow a lot. Favorite color, right? So here we have, like I said, 5 and 1 more. We have 6 to begin with. How many do we add to 6 in order to make 10? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what you said? You're so smart. Now, our last example. How many do we have in our 10 frame? If there's 5 here, 4. 4 in our 10 frame now. How many will we need to add in order to make 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 more in here, and this 4 and 6 make 10. Now you'll notice I've gotten rid of the 10 frame. Not because the 10 frame is bad, but because we have something with us every single day that we can use when we're practicing making 10. So if you're running errands or if you're outside playing and you just have a little bit of a break and you want to do something for your math mind, you can practice making 10. For example, our last one, we had 4 counters in our 10 frame. How can I figure out how many I need to make 10? Well, guys, we have 10 fingers. So let's see. If I had those 4, how many more would I have to put up to make 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 and 6 make 10. Let's try another example that was on our worksheet today. Let's go ahead and show, I know, 2. How many did we add to 2 to make 10? Did you remember that it was 8? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're right. 2 and 8 make 10. I encourage you to be able to be fluent in this so that you can answer anybody coming up to you and saying, okay, I have 2 donuts. How many more will you need to give me to make 10? It doesn't always have to be donuts, but donuts are pretty awesome. Have fun practicing making 10.